Welcome, world. Welcome to Live with Candice and Chris, but it's Candice and me. No, it's Candice and a special host today that's helping me do the show. We've had him here before. We've actually interviewed him, but now he gets to host with me today. So I want you to welcome none other than Chad Allen, who is the owner of a futuristic mobile barbershop servicing celebrities and public figures. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, Candice? What's going on?
Good to have you. Good to have you. How you feel? How does this feel?
It's always great to be here. I feel like this studio is like a hub of like conversational topics, inspiration. It's so good to be back,
Okay. Well, it's good to have you back. We got a lot of topics.
I'm ready to go.
And it's Black History Month, so it's the perfect time to have you here and talk about these things. So first of all, before we even go anywhere, we're going to talk about just a Black history inventor. Each day I'm trying to bring someone new. Certain things we use every day that we don't give credit to people in Black history because we don't know.
A lot of it was stolen, but we won't go into that.
And
right
it's
now.
still steal. Them still a steal it.
Yes.
But we're going to do that later.
Yes.
So this now we all use this. I use this, and it's a wick. The egg wick. So African American Willis Johnson of Cincinnati, Ohio, patented and improved the mechanical egg beater on February 5th, 1884.
So it was mechanical when he actually did it, or did he physically have to whip the egg himself?
I guess they physically did it, and he created the actual mechanical.
Wow.
Yes.
Why didn't we know that?
I don't know, but they've been beating eggs for years.
So, Candice, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh!
I gotta ask you. I just gotta know what your opinion is on that one.
Gosh. Oh, Lord. Okay, the egg.
But
I got you.
You got me.
Come on, let's start. We got to get into the breakdown, guys. So this story is going viral. An incarcerated man who was incarcerated, actually he was incarcerated for 100 years. His name is Kelvin Moore. Unfortunately, he died in prison. But there's a couple things that went wrong. So he died of a fentanyl overdose. That's number one. And number two, when he died and his mom got his body back, their morticianer actually said he's missing his organs. So he was sent home to mom with no organs whatsoever. She is now suing the University of Alabama for autopsies they continuously do. So this is something that happens all the time.
There's a whole black market for people's organs. I guess the only thing that kind of confuses me is like, why would you want someone's organs that had a fentanyl or there's like, wouldn't the organs be affected in some way adversely?
Maybe they didn't know though.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So anybody that goes to the morgue, they just take the organs.
I need a heart. Let me tell you something. You know what? That's why I don't. You know that little box on your driver's license?
You can't check that.
I don't check that.
No.
Because I really feel like they'll be like, okay, she got a good kidney. We just gonna let her go on out.
Depending on who needs your kidney.
This is true.
It could be somebody very powerful.
And they'll take it. They don't care about black. They don't care about black then.
Honestly, I feel like black organs are probably more sought after. I just think we're genetically more advanced.
We just gonna add the melanin to their lives.
I think our organs are sought after. Was this young man black? And
yeah.
That's even more. That's kind of creepy.
It is creepy. And apparently, the Alabama Department of Birmingham, this is obviously something that they do at the school. So they perform autopsies all the time. So as soon as a prisoner passes away, they take them straight there. Now, he's not the only one. Over 375 other inmates this happens to. But what happens is a lot of them, the families don't do an autopsy. One, they can't
they don't
afford
even
it.
know that they're
a lot of them don't. A lot of them have no idea.
Wow. So
no idea.
What do you sue for? Do you is there a price target for each organ? Like, is the heart worth 50 grand?
I'm
liver
not sure,
30
but
grand?
you can definitely sue, especially if that person doesn't have any will and testament to say that they want to donate their body to science. That is theft in the highest form. you have to explain that. An organ can't go missing without
Right.
someone actually doing it. But you know, Alabama is one of the worst prison systems in the world.
Really?
And the most corrupt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Alabama, huh? I wonder why Alabama.
Well,
Georgia's a crazy place.
exactly.
We can get started with that.
That's why I'm looking at you like, yeah.
Yeah. Alabama's even probably worse, though.
So don't get in trouble going through that way.
Yeah, if you're in Alabama, stay out of prisons. They will take all of your organs. Do not go to jail in Alabama. Moral of the story.
You heard it here first from Chef. Don't do it, y'all. We got to move on. Okay, so this is another one that's causing a lot of controversy. In Florida, residents can no longer change the sex on their license plate. So driver's license, that is, if you are transgender, you cannot change it. Even if you've had reassignment surgery, it is now considered a felony. And if you already had it changed, you have to change it back. So This is according to Robert Knotch, who is the executive director for the Department of Safety, Highway Safety in Florida. And of course, he is a Ron DeSantis plant that is doing this.
I just want to go through my head, like, what is the scenario of you getting caught with a ID with the wrong gender? Like, are you, like, at the club, you get ID, and like, oh, no, you got an Adam's apple. Do they call the cops? Like, I don't know. Like, what happens?
Probably. That's a really good question.
That's pretty crazy.
That's a really good question. But it all plays into a lot of the laws for transgenders have changed, right? With the GOP, they're making it a lot stronger. And another law that comes into play too is when Florida wanted to pass that homosexuals, well, not really homosexuals, but transsexuals can use the bathroom of that gender that they've changed to. How do you feel about that? I know how I feel. I'm against it.
How do you feel about that?
I'm against it.
Why?
I don't want a man in the bathroom with me. And I think it would incite a lot more crimes to happen because I won't know who is really transgender or not. That's an easy way for a man to get into the bathroom to
That's very true.
abuse a woman, abuse a child. So I think they should have their own bathroom.
Correct.
Separate.
I agree.
Completely
I feel like this rule
separate.
definitely applies more to women because, like, as a man, the whole bathroom aspect is like, hold your breath, get in and get out as fast as possible. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, but for women, I feel like the bathroom is more like a sanctuary. It's a safe place. Like, I know women that they might go to dinner, they all go to the bathroom, they might do their makeup, you know, they might change their clothes. So I definitely would feel uncomfortable with a man going into the woman's restroom.
But if you even take it back to the license plate, why, as a transsexual, would you even want to have, like, let's say I'm a transsexual and I'm now a man. I'm still female by nature. Wouldn't I be putting myself in harm? I would think if I get arrested. So I look at it that way too.
I don't know. That's a touchy subject.
You just not you. He's like, I'm just gonna plead the fifth.
I'm gonna let you take that one, Candace.
I'm gonna let you run with. I'm gonna let you get in trouble for it, Candace. You say how you feel.
I'm just thinking, like, what would Chris say about this?
No, what would you? Because what you said it right. If it was the other way around, even in the bathroom, you wouldn't want your wife going into the bathroom with a bunch.
Especially
of
if I had daughters. Like, I'm thinking from a standpoint of a father, you're not gonna want someone that's not of the same gender as your daughter in the bathroom. I mean, regardless of how many surgeries you got, it's just not right. Come on, people.
But you made a good point too. Fake people that will make fake driver's license.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. I mean, you got to think about it. People are already making fake IDs to buy alcohol.
You ever made a fake ID?
So, I won't say I made a fake ID. Have I used my older brother's ID when I was 18? So I've been 21 since I was 18.
Oh,
I
got you.
My brother looks exactly like me, so you know when he got his new ID, he gave me his old ID.
Oh wow.
And I can go to the ABC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we the same. I've been 27 for a couple years. I just stayed right here. There's no more aging after this. So we got to move on. So this story, now this happened to me and I've done this. Thank God I didn't go to jail. Nobody died. okay? So a 25-year-old man in Virginia is serving 100 years in prison for killing his co-worker for taking his lunch out of the refrigerator.
Wow.
So this happened at a Target, and he was so mad. He was so mad about it. He planned out the entire murder, okay? He knew he was going to kill him. He went, he purchased the hammer, he purchased 2 knives. The day before murdering him, he waited for him the next day. And when he saw him and the employee, he stabbed and bludgeoned him to death. So now he is serving
100 years.
100 years.
He must have had a very good lunch that day. I mean, like, there's no way you're gonna. I mean, like, you're in Target, bro. You can go buy. I'm sure there's items like there's a Starbucks in every Target.
That's true.
I just don't understand. Like, bro, you
what
gotta.
What you think he was eating?
Yo, he might have had to go somewhere like Michelin star the night before. I mean, there's no way you'd be that upset about your lunch going missing.
I would if it was crabs.
Really?
Yeah, we'd fight.
Crabs.
Yeah, I love seafood.
Crabs pretty good. I haven't really done the crabs in a while.
What is one food you'd kill over?
Lasagna.
Lasagna?
It has to be the right lasagna. Lasagna has been my all-time favorite food.
Really?
I don't know why. It's just the ricotta with the layers of cheese.
Okay. Well, you know what? Don't kill over it.
No, it's not that serious.
It's not that
you know
serious.
What I mean?
But he's 100 years. You know, there's something a little off there. It can't just be a normal person that's hungry.
No.
Because it's premeditated.
Honestly, it's really sad. It makes you think, and shout out to all the Target workers, but you gotta really work. It's like you might not like what you do. Maybe he's already upset, you know what I mean? Like he's already just mad about going to work that day, and that was just the fly that broke the camel's back.
That just took him over.
That took him over.
But guys, don't go anywhere. We got so much more coming back with What's Trending after this.
One word.
Hey, man.
The kind of time for show. Let's go. Come on. Hey. The kind of time for show. The kind of time for show.
Hey, man.
The kind of time for show. Let's go. Come on. Hey. The kind of time for show. The kind of time for show. The kind of time for show.
Hey, man.
The kind of time for show. Let's go. Come on. Hey. The kind of time for show. The kind of time for show. The kind of time for show.
Welcome back to the show. We are now going to
yes.
get into some fun. We got to get into what's trending.
Uh-oh, let's see what
You
they
ready?
got. Let's see what we got.
You ready? Okay, so first up, this is going viral on social media. So social media is reacting to a user that it's not her fault though. It's not her fault, but social media is eating her apart. It was actually a video for Sally's. Take a look at this.
My gosh. Guys, that was one stroke. That was one stroke with no brushing. My gosh. My gosh.
So you You see that? So apparently social media is in an uproar.
Was it the length of hair? What was it?
Wait.
I'm trying to figure out what was so bad.
It was all of the above. Okay, so Sally's removed a lot of black products that's in the store. So a lot of their products now are not by black owners. It's like a very small number. So they did this Black History Month, then took it down. Why did you take it down if you stand on the actual iron? So people are mad at two things. The fact that her hair is like a whole 4C. Her hair is not combed out at all whatsoever, and she's flat ironed it. And the fact that Sally's took it down without an explanation. So why would they take it down?
Honestly, I
That
just
don't even
feel
look
like,
right.
you know, as a professional
Yes.
hair stylist, you know, this just shows you got to go to the people that know what they're doing. I mean, like there's steps in this process of straightening your hair, and she completely skipped all the steps. I mean, like this is just.
Like,
I don't even know what her desired style is. I'm not sure what she's trying to do.
shouldn't she have combed it out first?
You should probably wash it, deep condition. You know what I mean? Like maybe a hot oil treatment. She gotta loosen the roots up a little bit, man. I'm sorry. I mean, more power to the queen. I'm glad she did this. So wait, Sally's took it down?
I love how you're so invested. Yes.
I'm just so curious as to the story. Was it like an affiliate marketing deal that she had with
No,
Sally?
not at all. People are in an uproar because they're saying that Sally doesn't promote or help black brands, and a lot of the brands in the store that they took down. So to do this in Black History Month, what was the catch?
What was you trying to do?
And then it wasn't a black product. It's not something that we would use. That particular iron.
That is just typical. I mean, it's typical of just the corporate America.
And they don't know any better.
No, I'm sorry.
It looks painful. But we got
She didn't even start from the right place. She
Where's she
started
supposed
halfway.
to start from?
You're supposed to start from. I mean, like, no, I can't get this. I can't get with this. I'm sorry. I cannot get jiggy with this one.
Okay, well, there you have it. Let's move on to
Jeez.
something you can get jiggy with. Okay. So we all know Krishan Rock and the Blueface story.
Oh, man.
Right? Okay, so there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot to unpack here.
It's too much. You know, not too long ago, we spoke about her putting his tattoo on her face. Now she's back in the headlines because she was caught saying that dark-skinned girls are jealous and they're ugly. Take a listen to this audio.
You're broken and you're ugly with a fat nose. You don't even, and I know you don't like your complexion because you look like one of them type of bitches.
But then it continues and it
Real
says,
shit.
by the grace, because I made.
So was she speaking in general to all dark-skinned girls, or was she speaking specifically to someone that may have been trolling her?
Okay, so it started out with her getting to a small dispute with one of her followers. And then she took it from that to say all dark-skinned girls, because you can hear her. There's another part of the audio as well where she's actually saying, y'all are just jealous, you know.
I just feel like in this Black History Month, we got to come together, man. We can't. We got to stop with this skin debate thing. I mean, it goes back to slavery, you know.
Right.
But I just feel like nowadays, we're all beautiful in our own right, in our own shade. You know, you can't allow someone that. I mean,
We don't know.
I would say she's probably brown skin though. Like she's not even. Would you say she's light skin?
I don't know what she is. I just know that if they stop playing a lot of the stuff that she says,
People wouldn't care.
people wouldn't go to that extent. But colorism here in the U.S. is a big thing. Like I always say, back home, we don't see color. Back home, you're defined, black home being Jamaican, you're defined by class, not color. So the fact that we're still having these conversations, it's in a black woman speaking about another black woman is disgusting.
Yeah, you gotta look at. I always look at the intention behind things too. Like what media outlet is like, you know, projecting this over the airwaves as well. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they want to cause more, you know, damage to a situation. Like we know there's colorism, so they promote this person. Like, what is her credibility anyway?
None. And I say it all the time. Chris and I always have this conversation, and if they stop playing it, if they stop talking about it, then it would just move on. But here we are talking about it because guess what? It's entertainment. But in this particular story, it needs to be talked about because how dare you, as another Black woman, okay, that has immersed yourself into our Black culture,
Right.
you want to be with other Black performers to say that about us, and you're one. It doesn't make any sense. That's self-hate. Krishan hates herself.
Yes, it
That's
is.
why we're gonna keep seeing her. We're gonna keep hearing
Correct.
it because until she starts to love herself, this is gonna keep happening.
And you know, attention is one of the newest drugs. Like these people are addicted to attention. So it's like she doesn't care if it's negative attention, if it's good attention. Like she just wants attention, clearly.
Right.
So like she's saying anything that would be controversial. That's what it seems like to me. Like even getting someone's face tattooed on your face that you're not even with anymore. Prayers up.
Do you see a lot of that? I'm sure as a barber, you see a lot of names as
Actually,
you're
I
cutting.
don't see too many facial tattoos. No.
Or necks.
No. And interestingly enough, I used to want to get like a head tat.
Right.
But when I was in Bali, there was this beach club we went to, and they literally said if you have any hand, face tats, you can't get in. And that just really showed me, like, you know what? Stay clean.
It's not acceptable everywhere.
It's not acceptable everywhere. You know, like in America
Right.
it might be, but other places you might be shooting yourself in the foot, you know?
That's interesting. That's definitely a way to look at it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on. I wish we had time to go over the entire Grammys. It was just so
Oh, man.
much going
It was
on
a
last
lot.
night.
It was a
But we're
lot.
gonna kick it off with Killer Mike. After winning three Grammys, he gets arrested.
Free Mike. Free Killer Mike.
Take a look at this video.
You know what my thesis is? Somebody was mad at Jay-Z. They couldn't take it out on Jay. So they had to get somebody, and it was Killer Mike.
So they got Killer Mike.
They got Killer Mike. They can't get Jay.
After he got his 3 Grammys, he was just so happy, like he was holding babies for the first time.
But honestly, I always look at all sides of the story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He could have been very excited that he won 3 Grammys. Maybe he had a little too much to drink. I don't know.
You know what happened? Okay, supposedly what happened is he got into a minor scuffle with security guards. Now, according to TMZ, they said that they have an actual video of that moment, but they didn't see anyone fall into the floor. They really just saw a disagreement. Really nothing that warranted him
To get
being taken
arrested.
out like he just murdered someone. That was
Yeah,
completely
that's,
unnecessary. And then he was booked for a misdemeanor battery. Why was
Wow.
this necessary?
I don't think it was. I think it was clearly something that was going on there. Killer Mike, he's known as a very positive member of society. He has barbershops all over Atlanta. He has
Right.
TV shows. I never saw Killer Mike in the light of being like a
Right.
provoker, a trouble starter. So it's kind of strange, you know.
But not only that, you got the famous Will Smith slap. We all saw
He
Chris
walked right
Rock.
out of that. He went and sat back down.
Okay, we all saw him get assaulted on live television, and nothing happened to Will. It's a catch-22.
It is. It is. I think that had a lot to do with Chris Rock's reaction, though. Like, if he would have, got up and said, arrest this man, I think they would have. But because he just kind of played it off, we didn't know if it was a part of the show. We didn't know what was going on.
That's
So,
true.
yeah.
That's true. But still, it's not fair.
No, it's not.
Jay-Z, my man. Brooklyn in the house.
Shout out Jay.
Look.
Shout out Hov.
We could unravel this entire
Word for word.
speech.
Word for word.
Verbatim. I
Yeah.
agree with everything he said, every breath he took. I was there just listening to it. Take a look at this video.
Just in life, you got to keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys. You got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Until they call you chairman. Until they call you a genius. Until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
Keep showing up.
Honestly, I would have to respectfully disagree with Jay there.
Oh.
I just feel like, why do we keep showing up to their established? okay, there's a rich history of the Grammys, and obviously this is a huge thing, but like he's getting many awards at the BET Awards. He wasn't there to accept the award.
Oh.
I just feel like sometimes we continually show up for something that's not of our culture, but for our own culture, we don't show up.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a point there. I'm a little thrown off guard. No, I definitely agree with you, but then I agree with him too. I think when he's saying show up, he means show up for yourself.
Okay.
You know, show up, don't quit. A lot of us want to quit when it doesn't go our way. And you got to keep on showing up. You got to be seen. You got to make yourself be seen. You got to tear down those doors. You got to open those windows. You got to find your way through all of that. And I think that was a message. I wish we had more time
really
to
divulge.
unwrap it
Yeah.
because so much happened at the Grammys. But I got to say congratulations to all the winners. There were so many. We can't even go through the list. No. But you know what? We're probably going to keep talking about it for another week or so because there was a lot.
To talk about,
a lot
sure.
happened.
Yes.
But thank you for being on the show today.
Oh, this is great. Thank you so much
guys,
for having
that's
me.
it. We got to get out of here. We'll see you soon.